Yo, what's up guys, I'm Cosmos, welcome back. Today we're just gonna talk about something that is flashy, but at the same time, if you do it, you feel like you have accomplished something. It's something that makes you feel that you are skillful. It's something that only 10% of players are doing right now. It's something that is so difficult that you may not get it so consistently. It's something that is very skillful. Not everybody can do, and now Cosmos is gonna talk about it. So this thing is perfect blocks. What is perfect block? A perfect block is a one-frame block that completely ignores any stagger from your enemy when his hit lands on you. Normally, if an enemy hits you, there would be stagger and you cannot do anything after that. But when you perfect block, it actually ignores that stagger and you can follow up with an attack or follow up with a backstab. So really, let's go straight into it. How to do perfect block? So guys, a perfect block is done by you holding on the sprint button like this. I'm running right now, right? You keep holding on that sprint. Don't remove your finger from the sprint. You are waiting for your enemy to attack you. When your enemy attacks you, you should block. Then remove both your finger from the sprint button and at the same time the block. So it's only one frame. You keep your hand on the sprint. Then when you see an attack, block and remove your finger from the sprint and the block. So it's gonna be like this. Do you see how fast it is? That's it, bro. What that do is it completely ignores the stagger. It's a bug in the engine, in eldenring engine. It has been here since a long time. When to use perfect block, it is very good to do unexpected attacks or finishers to your enemy, because most people don't know what's going on when you do that. They think you're cheating, they think that you have done something like it shouldn't be done, and you can easily do an Ash of War or follow up with an R2 or R1 after the perfect block, and it really can surprise your enemy. And that's it, guys. So for me, I do perfect blocks just for fun, and I also do it just to finish off an enemy that is mashing. He just keep mashing, and I do it when I want to just backstab an enemy and finish him off easily. Two types of perfect blocks, and as Cosmos, I categorize them into two groups, into two categories, which is the tree root perfect block, where you perfect block your enemy while just standing still. It's gonna be like this. Your enemy comes at you and you do like this. You perfect block him, then you follow up with an attack, and it's gonna look very crazy, really. So tree root perfect block, where your enemy comes at you and you look so menacingly just by standing there, and when your enemy comes at you, you do like this block. It completely ignores your enemy's stagger, and then you can follow up with an R2, an R1, or even an Ash of War. The second type of perfect block is the running perfect block, where you are running, your hand on the sprint as always, and then you do a perfect block while running. What's the use of this? You can actually go behind your enemy and backstab him, or if you don't prefer the tree root perfect block, which is, in my opinion, is the harder option, is the harder type, because doing a standstill perfect block is more difficult, because it's just a new thing, because normally people are perfect blocking while running. I have invented this tree root perfect block by just standing still, and not so many people are doing this. That's why some people now is gonna find a harder time perfect blocking players while just standing still, the Cosmos way. Anyways, both of these types are very good. Both of them can help you improve your skills, and let's go straight into the examples, bro.
Spare me, Cosmos. I'm just a noob, bro. What is this sorcery? What? Oh no, even my storm stopped. Why are you running around me, Cosmos? I don't like it, bro.
You're gonna die, right?
What?
I got the power.
You die. Mercy me, bro. Cosmos, you have been on an endless streak of killing noobs. Die!
Why it's not working? Now it will work. It appears if I keep hitting you with the mace, you're gonna die.
I know something you don't.
This is the perfect block.
What's
the backstab?
What is
You
this,
like
Cosmos? How you done it,
It's
bro?
my torch.
I'm gonna do it like you, bro.
My revenge is nay. Stand there,
Can I do-
Cosmos.
Oh
Taste
my
my
God,
bloody
you done
mace.
What is this? Die, Cosmos.
Cosmos. You're so good, bro, with the torch. Let me know you
But you can't see this.
I gotta do the perfect block here, or I can take 800 damage for me.
What is this, Cosmos?
It's the perfect block. Now I turn it to cinders.
So I'm trying to perfect block him. As you can see, it's so much difficult. This is a perfect block, but the guy is so latent that he actually avoided my follow-up attack. What happened here is I done a perfect block, I ignored the stagger, and I wanted to follow up, but his McDonald's Wi-Fi Kung Pao chicken laggard Argentina net is what saved him here. So I'm not gonna perform a perfect block again. It's not worth it. This is one of the times that you really should ignore perfect blocks and just go in for the kill, bro. Again, see guys, I'm consistent with it, but the guy is so latent, his McDonald's Wi-Fi is what is really saving him here. Get the heck out of here. So what I've done here is the 3 root perfect block, and not so many people suspect that you can do it, and not so many people know about this. That's the 3 root perfect block. Now let's go to the running perfect block, where you run and then perfect block your enemy while running, not standing still. This is a running perfect block. As you can see, he did not even recognize what is happening, but his latency succeeds. His latency succeeds. My god, bro. McDonald's Wi-Fi Argentina cave dwelling goblin net, bro. So that's the 2 types of perfect blocks. I would even go more and show more examples later, but I'm just making a guide video. Hope you like it. It's me, Cosmos, bro. And I really want to hear from you. Do you think that normal players or casual players can do this? Or even a big chunk of the good players? Or is it really a 10% of players can do this? Because I think it's only 10% and it's so difficult to do. It's a very high skill, high reward, high risk mechanic that you can do inside eldenring. I don't think they will fix this. They will never fix this. It's an engine issue. They have to change the engine so they can fix this one. I think, guys, I think eldenring like really should implement a perfect block into their games like Sekiro, and it's a skill that is very inconsistent, so that's why it should be inside the game originally. Like you should have a way into perfect blocking your enemy and avoiding the stagger and doing a hit too. And for me, again, just to recap, perfect blocking is when you block an attack and avoid the stagger, where you can follow up your enemy with another attack or ashfall or even a backstab. There's 2 types of perfect blocking in Cosmos' opinion: a running perfect block where you run and then do a perfect block, and then the Cosmos way of doing a perfect block is by standing still and doing a perfect block without even moving. Should you do it? Yes, you should do it if you are consistent, if you are very skillful. How many players are doing this? It's less than 10% or even 10% on PlayStation or PC. When to avoid it is when your foe has that laggard Argentina McDonald's Wi-Fi Kung Pao chicken Wi-Fi connection towards you, bro. Just don't do it, man. Just don't do it. When your enemy is at full health, why would you do a perfect block when your enemy is at full health? No, you should have that more advantage. Do it when your enemy has low HP and when you have the higher HP. Why? Because your enemy at that time, he's desperate, he's gonna mash, and then it's a perfect time to do a perfect block when your enemy is mashing with low HP. Why? Because he can actually perform it better 5 steps ahead of him, where you can actually predict what he's gonna do next. Then put your fingers on the buttons and the inputs, perform a perfect block, then get reward from it. You cannot benefit from a perfect block if your enemy is using a weapon that does consecutive attacks, such as the melee. If you see anyone with a melee and he's mashing, you cannot even do a perfect block. You can do a perfect block, but the second hit will stagger you again and you cannot follow up. So don't do this on players with a fast consecutive attack weapon. A very important thing to say here is perfect blocks are not necessary, bro. You don't have to be doing perfect blocks in a practical duel. You will actually lose because it's not consistent. And yes, you can get consistent by doing perfect blocks, but it is a very high risk, high reward. Even consider it as a parry. It's even more difficult than a parry because it's only one frame, whereas in parries there's a multiple frame where it is applicable, but in perfect blocks it's just one frame, man. It's just when your enemy hits you and you have one frame, a few seconds or even 1 or 2 seconds to perform this skill. So just again, if you want to win the duel, if you really want to win it, don't do perfect blocks. Don't perform this skill. It's not practical. It will lead to your demise. Just play practically if you really want to win. If you don't care about winning, if you want to look good, if you want to win in a way that surprises you and your enemy, if you want to show your skills, show that you are more experienced, and even if you want to trick your enemy, then yes, do perfect blocks if you have practiced and if you really are consistent, as Cosmos here. But that's it, guys, and I really enjoyed doing this guide. I hope you learned something from this video and this guide.
Join me in this adventure.
As we grow
in forever
brilliance
and magnificence.